Hello, good evening po ulit mga kapamana and welcome again to our favorite heritage webinar series, Pamana Talks. Ako po muli si Joel Aldor at kasama ko po ang aking co-host ngayong gabi na si Gius Santos. Hello Gius, kumusta?
Hi Joel, okay naman. Hello po sa mga manonood tonight.
Alright, and as always, please don't forget to like us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Grupo Kalinangan. Also follow us on our Instagram and our Twitter accounts at Grupo Kalinangan and subscribe to our official YouTube channel at Grupo Kalinangan. Okay? Marami po kami mga pinopost palagi araw-araw ngayon, and we're ramping up on our social media presence, and there's a lot of very exciting stuff happening in our social media accounts. So I would like to, of course, once again acknowledge and thank our partners and our friends who have been helping us through our Pamana Talks webinar series. I'd like to thank Angono Cultural Heritage Office. Siyempre, siya yung magiging star po ng ating webinar ngayon. Also, our friends from the Cagayan Museum and Historical Research Center, also Museo ni Ramon Magsaysay, the Negros Museum, Museo ng Gumaka, Makati Poblacion Heritage District, Tuklas Pilipinas, Bantay Kasaysayan, Museum Pambayan ng Morong, Cagayan Heritage Conservation Society, the Taguig Heritage Society, at yung mga kaibigan po natin sa Advocates for Heritage Preservation and the Local Historical Committees Network. So magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat dyan. And let's see, sino yung mga nanonood po sa atin ngayon? Let's hear some shoutouts. Miss Vanessa Pable from Cavite City, kumusta po kayo? Ayan. Miss Irish Oxtera, good evening po sa iyo dyan. Sino po yung mga nanonood sa atin? Prince, hello. Prince, kumusta? Ang ating masugid na taga-subaybay galing sa Tugigaraw. And Celsius Wanchon, let's celebrate culture as always, of course. And we're still in the thick of our celebrations of National Arts Month. And marami pa po kaming mga naihanda mga webinars po para sa inyong lahat. And especially tonight, we have a very interesting talk about Angono in particular. So maybe we could start the webinar now. But before we proceed, I would like to, of course, share muna our webinar guidelines para po sa ating lahat. And let's do it now. So again, for everyone who's watching, please make sure that you're viewing the live stream via a reliable internet connection. Make sure that you check your audio or wear nice pair of headphones. You can also watch our YouTube live stream on our Grupo Kalinangan YouTube channel if you have problems viewing the Facebook live stream. Also, ito po, para po sa mga nag-register at nasa GKI Pamana Pamana Community Facebook group po natin. If you're a registered participant and you're at that group already, make sure that you grant StreamYard permission to see your name at streamyard.com/Facebook. So go to that link, make sure that you provide permission to StreamYard to see your Facebook live comments para po nalalaman po namin kasi yung nagko-comment po sa atin at mga nagtatanong po sa ating mga speakers. Just click the button that says Let StreamYard see your Facebook live comment. Lahat po ng mga nag-register na participants may also post their questions to the speaker through the comment section on the Facebook or YouTube live stream. And as always, we'll do our best to accommodate all your questions during that time allotted for the webinar. Now, if you want to personally ask a question to the speaker via video conference, join us through the video conference link to be posted on the GKI Pamana Community Facebook group. So make sure to check your camera and mic settings so the speaker can see you. Also, para po sa mga nag-register ngayon, to get your Pamana Talks e-certificate of participation via email, please make sure that you fill out an evaluation form, okay? The evaluation form will be posted on our GKI Pamana Community Facebook group a few minutes after the webinar ends. Also, towards the end of this webinar, we will be posting the link so you could already fill out the evaluation form para po ma-receive niyo po ang inyong e-certificate of participation. And finally, please share this Facebook group to your friends. I'm pretty sure marami pa po mga kaibigan niyo dyan na gusto manood nitong Pamana Talks and would find great value to everything that we have prepared for you. Please share this to your friends and family. Let's create a culture of sharing. And as always, have fun and padayon po sa ating lahat. So there, that's our webinar guidelines. So again, thank you very much for watching. Marami pa po mga nanonood na sa atin ngayon. Mr. Ferdinand Pagao, mula sa ngayon ng mga paaralan ng lungsod ng Taguig at Bayan ng Pateros. Magandang gabi po, Sir Pagao. Naimbaga Rabii, watching from Ilocos Norte, Miss Nina Manuel. At Miss Irish Oxtero from Surigao City. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Mr. Jogar Tosok, good evening mula sa Naga City sa Camsur. At Sain Quatrona, galing din po sa Camsur. Marami pong mga nanonood po sa atin from all over the Philippines. Ayan. So, okay. So, anyway, well, let's start with our webinar. Pero, pasensya na po last week dahil po nagkaroon po kami ng mga problema sa Facebook at lalo na sa aming live stream dahil hindi po naging maganda ang ating connection. But we hope na lahat po mga naka-attend last week, nakuha niyo pong inyong e-certificates. So para naman po may pakonsuelo po kami sa inyo. Pero maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta and we would always try to do our best to make this webinar a very, very enriching and lively experience po sa inyo. So, I'm pretty sure marami po sa ating mga nanonood ngayon, interesado tungkol sa sining ng Angono. Saan ba itong bayan ng Angono? Jace, nakapunta ka na ba doon? Let me guess, hindi pa.
Hindi pa. Parang lakas ng naging guest natin, hindi ko pa napupuntahan.
Nako, well, ayan, lumalaki na ng husto ang bucket list mo. Ayan.
Kaya nga eh.
So,
dagdag.
Okay. Well, so para sa mga hindi pa alam kung nga saan ang bayan ng Angono, it's a town sa lalawigan ng Rizal. It's about 25 kilometers east of Manila, no? And when I was a kid, nung bata pa ako, nakatira pa ako nun sa katabing bayan ng Taytay sa Rizal. I have very fond memories of that place. But of course, the reason Angono is quite popular among artists and art enthusiasts alike is because, of course, Angono is known as the art capital of the Philippines, and for a very, very good reason. Can you imagine that title? Art capital of the Philippines? It really meant something. It meant that Angono is home to all Filipino native and contemporary visual arts. Lahat po ng sining visual, anong gusto yung makita na talagang nakakaakit sa mata, doon makikita sa bayan ng Angono. Kaya ay maraming mga sikat na pintor, mga skulptor, mga manlilikha, even some of our well-known national artists came from that town. Kaya nga naman tanyag siya bilang isang art capital ng bansa. The last time I was there, I remember meron akong kasama dati sa dati kong trabaho from my old life. Pangalan niya si Lloyd. Kung sana nanonood ka, Sir Lloyd. Kumusta ka na dyan? Lloyd Nintalan yung pangalan niya. He comes from a very, very prominent family in Angono. He took me around the town in one of my last few visits there some years ago. And I remember just enjoying the very folksy atmosphere in that town. Everywhere you go, you'll see so much art, no? From paintings to reliefs to all the colors, even food and performance art. It's such a very vibrant and visually appealing town. No, and also nung 2016, during my research on the Via Crucis sa aking conference paper na ginagawa nun, I think that was back in 2017. I did a research on some of the extant Via Crucis paintings, and I found a lead about some of these really interesting Via Crucis paintings that are found in Angono mismo. So I went to the parish church of San Clemente in the town center. I had a friend priest there who used to be the assistant parish priest of that church. At pinakita niya sa akin itong mga pinta na gawa ng isang tanyag na pintor. Ang pangalan ni si Juan Senson, one of the most well-beloved colonial artists during the late 19th century who hails from Angono mismo. And that's when I realized that Angono's roots as the place for local art is very, very deep. As in talagang namumukod tangi talaga ang kanyang espiritu at saka yung kanyang kaluluwa bilang isang bilang isang bayan. You can really see that in the town, how it presents itself to the world, to the whole country, especially through its local government programs promoting the arts and culture of the town. So, siguro, Gius, para naman mas ma-appreciate mo rin, ako, I've been telling it from my experience, pero you have to really experience the arts and culture of Angono yourself. You really have to make time to go there, at especially sa mga nanonood po sa atin ngayon din. Siguro, marami ng mga biglang nag-shout out. Hello from the UK. Kung sino man po kayo. Good evening, David Sibayan from Valenzuela City. Nako, ito pa, yung kaibigan natin from NACP, si Noel Gaton. Our group in our college course is so happy to interview Totong Francisco, son of Botong Francisco and Lucy San Pedro 1 year before he died. Wow, what a lucky guy. Buti na interview si Lucy San Pedro. Also, buenos dias, watching from Ciudad Cavite, Cavite City. Ayan. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. So, to introduce our speaker and to, of course, help us really appreciate and understand what makes Angono a very special place for Filipino artists, we have invited a very wonderful speaker. He's a professor of the Far Eastern University, where he taught art appreciation, humanities, literature, and history. He took up bachelor's degree in art studies and master's degree in art history at UP Diliman. And he also served as chairman of the Department of Literature and Humanities in UP Diliman from 2010 to 2012. He has been a consistent recipient of the Teaching Excellence Award sa UP Diliman mismo. Siya rin po ang director and founder of the Angono Cultural Heritage Office. Kaya po, masaya po kaming kasama po namin siya ngayon. He also curated various exhibits about Juan Senson and Pedro Piñon, one of the other lesser-known artists in Angono, but equally as magnificent as the other artists from that hailed from that town. He curated those exhibits at the Metropolitan Museum of Manila, and also what else? He's an award-winning professor, and I believe he's about to become a celebrated author very soon. Magkakaroon po siya ng sarili ng libro. He'll tell more. He'll tell us more about his work later on. So, mga kapamana, let's all welcome our guest speaker for tonight, Professor James Owen Saguinsin. Magandang gabi po sa iyo, Sir Owen.
Good evening, Joel. Good evening, GUs.
Good evening, sir.
Kamusta po kayo?
Doing good. At kumusta sa inyo dyan? Sa mga audience natin ngayon?
Ayos naman po kami. I think a lot of our viewers right now are also very excited to watch and hear you speak about Angono and all the programs of the Angono Cultural Heritage Office. So, ayun. How is it? Well, I have my first question with you, Sir Owen. What do you think are the things, that sets Angono apart from other towns, aside from being the fact that it's known as the art capital of the Philippines? Paano sa tingin mo na bumukod tangi ang Angono?
Well, actually, first and foremost, the idea of our town being the art capital of the Philippines, it's not actually something na binigay sa amin. It's something na hiningi ng bayan namin way back 2004 when the then president then GMA visited Angono nag-file ng resolution yung kasamahan namin before, si Kapitan Bernie na dating konsehal, na gawing art capital ng Pilipinas ang bayan. And apparently, hindi na nakarating yan sa Congress, hindi na nakarating sa GMA, kay GMA. And then, ayun, parang tinanggap na ng mga tao, ng mga taga-Angono, taga-labas, na ito nga yung art capital. Kasi nauso dati yung Chinelas capital, di ba? Shoe capital. So, parang yung Pilipinas, yung Angono, naging art capital. Ang contention ng mga gumawa ng proposal na yan is that ang Angono lamang ang may dalawang national artist, no? Isang napakaliit na bayan, subalit nakapag-produce ng hindi lang isa, subalit dalawang national artists at sa magkaibang larangan pa ng sining. Si Carlos Botong Francisco sa pagpipinta at si Maestro Lucio San Pedro naman sa musika. So very unique yung bayan, kaya parang ngayon, naging art capital siya per se, pero madaming mga sentro ng sining sa Pilipinas at isa lamang yung Angono at ito yung mapag-usapan, kaya parang ito na yung tinanggap na sentro ng sining sa Pilipinas. Subalit madami pang mga sentro dito sa ating bansa.
So talagang kumbaga ang bayan ang taong bayan na mismong nagbansag sa Angono bilang art capital. Hindi man siya dumaan sa kongreso, kumbaga naging ano na talaga siya. Bukang bibig na siya ng bawat Pilipino. So ang gandang no? Ang gandang honor nun para ibigay sa inyong bayan, no?
Oo.
So we would like to know more about how your office does its programs and projects to promote Angono local arts and culture. So I suppose all of us are ready to hear your presentation. So let's go ahead and.
All right. Bago ko simulan yung presentation, una gusto kong magpasalamat sa iyo, Joel. No? I vividly recall our first meetings at Del's Party. And then, wala, saka lang nag-message. And then, doon ko namit yung publisher ng book. Tapos, eto na. No? Hopefully, this year, mapublish na yung book. So, hindi siya mapapublish kung hindi mo ko in-invite over lunch nung time. Yeah, totoo yan. So, anyway.
I'm very glad that you're gonna be you're gonna be a published author very soon. Ako hindi pa, pero I'm gonna get there.
All right. So is my presentation on the screen now?
Yep, we can see your presentation.
So this is our office. This is the logo of our office. The Angono Cultural Heritage Office, and kung makita ninyo, silhouette siya ng mga higante dahil naniniwala kami na ito ay simbolo at authentic sa bayan namin. No? So nandun yung nanay sa gitna, yung tatay, tapos yung bata. And then we also see this as progression, no? Maliit, papalaki, eventually yung sining yung bayan namin. And then lagi namin sinasabi sa opisina namin, no, na bayan ang bida. Lahat ng ginagawa namin ay bukod dun sa mga individual accomplishments sa mga artists, eventually, pag pinagsama-sama mo na, yung magiging mas kailan. Kami, with I see my store sa years now, study year. 21 teaching at 2021 and yung kanina na art sa UP, so very FEU yung taga nag-teach. So FEU and Angono, when I was a chairman then, 2010, nagkaroon kami ng MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, that FEU being a cultural oasis in Manila, na napakadaming artworks din. Tapos Angono, para siyang isang napakalaking museum din. Magtutulungan yung dalawang institutions na yan upang ma-develop lalo yung kanilang culture. Kaya yun, tinawag ako ni Mayor Jerry Calderon that time. Tapos yun, after that meeting, sabi niya, sige, mag-usap tayo, no? And then eventually sabi ko, let's make an office separate from tourism. Kasi palaging tourism yung namamahala sa mga ganitong klase ng activity. And apparently, walang heritage office. So, nag-propose ako sa kanya, magtayo ng heritage office. Tapos sabi niya, okay, sige, itayo mo, kunin kitang consultant. And then that's it. So, we started in 2016. We go now to the goals. So, one of our goals is to safeguard and promote the tangible and intangible cultural heritage of the town of Angono. So basically Angono. And then the goal is for us to have matured community, no? Kasi although madami kami mga artists na, ang dami namin mga craftsmen dito at artists, pero yung mga tao, no, kumbaga parang yung kanilang appreciation, yung kanilang knowledge, no, sa mga arts ng Angono ay sa tingin namin hindi sapat, no, lalo na yung mga bagong dating sa bayan ng Angono, except of course dun sa mga tal na taga-Angono na dahil nabuksan na yung Angono, dami na nagpupunta, parang hindi pa nila ganong kalalim, no, yung pagkakaunawa dun sa kasaysayan ng bayan. So kailangan malaman yung knowledge of the past and its significance of the present. You know, the first thing that we did, our office, next slide please, is to question our local history. Okay? Kasi ako, taga-Angono talaga ako. Dami kong mga nabasa, napag-aralan, at tinanggap kong tunay at totoo. Subalit, nung nag-aral na lalo ako ng aking masters, no, parang sabi ko, bakit parang kulang, parang hindi hinog yung information. So, nag-research din ako at nalaman namin na okay, sige, parang hindi hinog tong information na to, questionin natin or kung hindi man, mas palalimin natin yung information dito. So, first thing is that when you talk about Angono, okay, it's synonymous to Botong Francisco. Okay, totoo yan. Pag sinabi mo Angono, Botong. As if Angono was born the moment Botong became famous, no, sa art world sa Manila. Ang contention namin, no, hindi kay Botong nagsimula yung pagiging bayang malikhain ng Angono. Kaya nga national artist si Botong, well and good, and then si Lucio, national artist, tinangat nila yung Angono. But the contention is that bago pa dumating si Botong ay malikhain na ang bayan ng Angono sa paglikha ng sining. So what we did in our office, actually this is part of my research, and hopefully, no, yung sa book, next slide please. So ginawa namin yung Angono's history of creativity. This is going to be part of my book. So obviously, as early as 3000 BCE, ang Angono ay lumilikha na ng mga may consider nating sining, no? The Angono Petroglyphs. Tapos, ang hindi alam ng karamihan is that way back in the early 1800s, the Asuncion, if you're familiar with the Asuncions, they are the early members of the Academia de Dibujo. Nauna pa yan kay Juan Luna. They were active teachers, no, sa bayan, actually hindi bayan, hacienda ng Angono. Dumating dito sina Don Antonio Asuncion dahil yung kanilang pinsan na ay may-ari ng hacienda. And then eventually, tinuruan nilang magpinta, no, yung mga artists na available that time. At sino pa yung mga yon? So dumating si Juan Senson, si Pedro Pinon, and of course Moises Villaluz. Itong tatlong tao na to, sila yung may consider ko or I consider them as nono of arts in Angono. Sila yung triumvirate. Sila yung lumikha, sila yung gumawa ng daan upang maging mas malikhain yung mga artist sa Angono. At si Botong ay produkto ng malikhaing kasaysayan ng aming bayan. So if you go to the next slide, this is Juan Senson. Okay. This is the Vista Partial. You have a copy of that. So this is the
I'm sorry.
Vista
Are you
Partial.
asking me?
Yes. Actually, I don't know kung ano yung nasa ano. I'm just
Yeah, okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
okay. So this is the Juan Senson.
So Yeah, we have that on another.
Okay. So this is actually a collection now of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, no prize collection of the Central Bank of the Philippines. You are looking at the old hacienda. This was painted probably around 1880s. Okay? Kung makita ninyo yung kung paano magtanim yung mga tao, and then of course dun sa likod makita ninyo yung lawa ng Bai or Laguna de Bai. And this is actually controversial kasi when this was bought in the 1970s or early 80s by the central bank, the the artist, the designated artist was Honorato Lozano. He's quite famous, no? Si Honorato Lozano. And he died 1850. Actually, yung nakalagay yata sa central bank before dito, around 1840s yung painting. So si Honorato Lozano yung nilagay na artist, primarily kasi, who is Juan Senson? Or hindi mo kilala si Juan Senson. Kilala si Angono, but in the greater Manila, wala. So, for me, kaya siya nabili. Actually, sabi ni Sir Jack Pilar to, kaya siya kinuha ng Central Bank kasi akala kay Honorato Lozano. But Jack Pilar or my professor, no, an advisor and good friend, Sir Jack Pilar, nakakita siya ng katalogo. Ang nakalagay doon sa artist nitong Vista Partial is Don Juan Senson. So, nung una sabi nila, sino yung Juan Senson and all? But anyway, fast forward, naitama na yan. And actually, it was Botong, no? Na nagkukwento kung sino itong mga tao na to. But the thing is, the art world was so mesmerized with the genius of Botong. Kaya, okay, wag na yan sinatag ng Juancho, wag na yan sina Juan Senson. Botong, ikaw yung sikat eh. So, hindi naman kasalanan ni Botong, pero kasalanan ng mundo ng singing kasi hinayaan nila na maluma yung mga gawa ni Juan Senson kasi hindi nga sisigat. Pero lucky for me, kasi at least ako na yung kalungkat ng mga gawang to. So this one is a collection of the Central Bank and this is going to be the cover of the book and I want to thank Central Bank for allowing me to use this. Magiging cover yan ng book. So yan. So that's Vista Partial del Pueblo de Angono. This is by Juan Senson. And then the next slide, this is actually Pedro Piñon. Okay, so who is Pedro Piñon? Pedro Piñon, he lived around 1850s up to the early 1920s. And silang dalawa ni Tandang Juancho or Juan Senson, sila yung nagtulong upang maging kahit paano lumikha ng sining. No? When I say sining, we're talking of painting, religious paintings, and religious sculptures. So malamang may mga talyang na yun sa Angono and studio sa Angono at doon na nakikita ng mga tao kung paano lumikha ng sining na natutunan ni Pedro Piñon at ni Juan Senson sa mga asunsyon na nag-aral ng paglikha ng sining. This particular portrait here, would you believe na discovered ko to sa an old house in Marikina and ikinuwento ko nga dun sa book kung paano ko siya nakita kasi pikit bulaga akong nagpunta ng Marikina. All I know is that may makikita akong painting. And the first house na pinuntahan ko, nandun yung painting. Up to this day, hindi ko maipaliwanag kung bakit yung bahay na yun yung kinato ko. Pero hiniwala nga ako na itong mga artist na to talagang gusto na nilang ma-discover din, upang malaman ng mga tao yung galing nila before. And then the last one, this is Moises Villaluz. No? This is actually the entrance going to UPLB. The Carabao heads were made by Guillermo Tolentino, but this one in particular, the farmer and the Carabao, was made by Moises Villaluz. And Moises Villaluz is actually the uncle of Botong Francisco. Okay? So, sila yung si Moises Villaluz, so active in UPLB, dami niyang ginawa dyan. And then, siya yung naging transition from the Spanish times up to the American time. And eventually, si Botong napunta na ng UP because Moises Villaluz was a graduate of UP. So for me, I believe na kung wala si Moises, Botong will not be able to study in UP. And siya din yung nag-help sa kanya financially. So these three individuals, yan yung pinopromote namin. Na hey, wait, hindi lang tayo kay Botong nagsimula. Botong, he's a genius, yes. Pero, malalim ang ating paglikha ng kasaysayan. ang paglikha natin ng sining, malalim ang ating kasaysayan. So yun yung una namin ginawa. Second would be, kaya yung mga, mga kwento, no, na ibinahagi sa amin, like for example, we question the history of the Gigantes. Kasi kung titingnan nyo, no, kahit sa internet, pag sinearch mo yung Gigantes of Angono, ang laging sinasabi dyan, panahon ng mga Kastila at ito'y bilang protesta ng mga taga-Angono. Okay? So, nung nag-aral ako, nag-research ako, wala namang ebidensya na nagsasabi na panahon ito ng mga Kastila lumabas. But one evidence suggests that it was created post-war. Around 1946-47, no? This particular painting, this particular movie, Mutya ng Pasig by Nicanor Abelardo, no? Makikita nyo yung sa first 2 minutes nung movie, nandun yung mga Gigantes. Okay, at ang gumawa niya ay si Tahan, no? Artemio Tahan, at siya yung kauna-unahang gumawa ng mga Gigantes. Naging sikat to, eventually, tapos, pilit kinonect doon sa mga pangyayari sa hacienda. Tunay na may himagsikan sa Angono, pero walang higante na lumabas. Kasi sa bayan ng Angono, especially ng mga early part of the American regime, may mga tinatawag na Papa Chronicler. Mga taga-Angono, kwento dito, kwento doon, at naging bahagi na ng oral history. Subalit, dito sa Gigantes kasi, mahirap tanggapin, no? Maganda yung kwento sana bilang protesta, subalit kulang sa ebidensya. At ayun, sinusubukan, pilit naming dinadagdag yung ganitong narrative, no? Kasi ito talaga yung nangyari na panahon to ng Japanese time, after war pala, at si Botong kasama sa lumikha niyan upang malimutan ng mga taga-Angono yung trahedya ng Japanese war, and of course, upang mapasaya lalo yung kapistahan. So ganyan yung ginawa ni Botong at ng mga artist sa aming bayan. Mas pinakulay hindi lang yung kanilang canvas, subalit kung paano i-celebrate yung aming kapistahan. So these are but some of the questions of our office na sinubukan naming sagutin. And so far sa ngayon ay tinatanggap na, no, ng locals. So ano pa yung mga goal namin? So next slide, we have here to enhance the local residents' understanding and awareness of the cultural heritage of Angono. So may mga educational and promotional activities kami. Let's go to the second slide, please. So we have promotional projects. We did a cultural map. We have alternative lecture series. We have art exhibits. We have seminars for students and stakeholders. So if you would see this one, these are the tour. So we did a tour package, sa bayan ng Angono. Kasi usually when tourists visit our town, punta sila kay Blanco. Punta sila kay Ne Miranda, punta kay ganito, punta kay ganyan. And then sila lang on their own. Yeah, of course, yung aming local government, we have tour guides. Pero what we did, ipinackage namin. Okay, so kapag nag-avail ka ng package na to, kami na yung bahala, no, kung saan ka pupunta. At kami na yung magdadala sa iyo. And because of the pandemic, of course, hindi na siya natuloy. So we have these tour packages that we did. We got the whole day package. And then if we will go to the next slide, you will see here cultural map. Ito yung una namin ginawa na malaman ng mga taga-Angono, no? Yung mga places na wala na. Dahil sa urban development, ang dating Hacienda Angono, na ngayon ay isa ng first-class municipality, ay nawala na yung mga tangible heritage na to. So as much as possible, this is what we did, no? Inilagay namin yung mga pictures. Actually, kulang to. At least pag hawak lang nila, alam nila kung nasaan. It's not actually for us. It's more of for the future generations. At least maisip nila na dati sa lugar na to, nakikita yung mga mahalagang lugar na yan. And then of course, you have there the brief history of the town. Okay, we go to the next slide. So here, this one, if you will visit the street where the house of Botong Francisco lies, no? Doña Aurora yan. Ang ginawa nung kapitan before, Mama Arleg, lahat ng mga known paintings of Botong Francisco, murals and small works, ipininta ano yan, gumawa siya ng parody, no? Project yan. So isang kahabaan yan. Ang ginawa naman namin, dinocument namin bawat isa. Nilagay namin yung title, tapos makita nyo dito, nandyan yung mga painting mismo. So kapag naglalakad ka, hawak-hawak mo yan, malalaman mo yung title. So tinulungan namin yung barangay upang mas lalong maunawaan ng mga tao kung ano yung nakikita nila. Hindi lang basta siya mga bagay na nandun. Once they have this map, malalaman na nila ngayon kung ano ba yung mga nandong mga barley leaves. So these are the barley leaves. Let's proceed. So here, ang gumawa nito si Charlie Anorico, no? Isang patikang pintor at sculptor. And then next slide, ayan. Another one. Mga paintings ni Botong ginawang barley leaf. Alright? And then, yun, sumunod naman, lighting of barley leaves. Kasi sa umaga maganda yan, kaya lang sa gabi, madilim na. So, nag-project din kami yan, lagyan ng ilaw, no? Lagyan ng ilaw upang iba kasi yung epekto kapag may ilaw. Ang naging concern lang dito is that the parking, no? Madaming nakapark yan sa labas at hindi na yan napapansin masyado. Hindi na ma-promote yung space kasi naging parking yata yung one lane doon. And hopefully, sana ay mapagbigyan yung aming opisina na wag sana ang pagparkan tong kahabaan na to upang ma-enjoy hindi lang ng mga tao, ng mga taga-Angono, subalit ng mga bibisita sa aming bayan. Okay? This is Miss Catriona Gray. Next slide. So ayan, bumisita siya sa aming bayan at partner namin siya in promoting Angono. In partnership also with NCCA and of course si Sir Rene de Peñas. Okay? So way back in 2017, what we did, these are artists from Malaysia. Nagkaroon kami ng art dialogo and Angono yung nag-host sa kanila. This is during the fiesta, no? So nagkaroon ng interaction kung ano yung ginagawa ng mga artists in Malaysia, tapos yung artist dito, tapos may mga talks. So yun, hindi lang kami sa Angono, I mean sa locals ng Angono, nandun din yung idea na maging open din kami, no? Sa mga ibang artists and ibang communities na gustong matuto ng ginagawa namin sa Angono, and eventually kami din matuto sa ginagawa nila. So this is art dialogo. So this is inside SM Cinema in Angono. Naalala ko before, there's a movie wherein Rufa Gutierrez mentioned yung parang tinatanong niya, Angono, saan ba yun? May Starbucks ba doon? So nagkaroon ng SM at nagkaroon ng Starbucks, ayun, pwede na pumunta si Rufa Gutierrez sa amin kasi may Starbucks na. Parang ganun yung idea ng progress, no? Dati, kapag may Jollibee, wow, maunlad na yung bayan. Ngayon, kailangan may SM. So anyway, partner kami with SM yan. I'm giving a talk about the office, Angono Cultural Heritage Office. So aside from this, we invited also professionals, no, to give lectures, no. We call it alternative lecture on Philippine art and culture. Kahapon kakatapos lang namin, so we have Peter Natividad, restoration ng Lopez consultant, and then Dr. Laya Bukiren sa NAYON Filipino naman. So please like our page as well. May mga webinars kami doon. Pero we've been doing this since 2016. So you have there my good friend Babsi Morabe from FEU. So tinutulungan namin yung mga, and this is for free, no? May mga teachers, mga students, usually yung mga bisita dyan. And then one event in particular, we have here, if you're familiar with Kenkoy, of course you should be, no? great-grandson of Kenkoy, not Kenkoy, of Tony Velasquez, the creator of Kenkoy, Ian Velasquez, is actually a colleague of mine in FEU and a good friend of mine. So dinala namin si Kenkoy, gusto namin ipakilala sa tao, bago magkaroon ng mga Naruto, mga manga. We are actually active in creating comics. And Kenkoy is actually considered as the first comics, and Tony Velasquez being the first um, or the father of comics in our country. So pinopromote namin, there's Ian. Tapos, he's actually showing us the first Kenkoy. Original yan, no? Dinala yan sa Angono, and I don't know, talagang hindi namin hinayaang walang bantay maghapon magdamag. So that's Ian. So naging venue na din yung Angono upang makita ng mga taga-Angono what's happening outside. So the return of Kenkoy, that's Ian Velasquez again giving a lecture inside SM Cinema. Partner namin muli ang SM sa pag-promote ng arts. This one, first Angono Con, hindi siya natuloy. Kasi if you notice, the date is March 15, 2020. Okay? Handa na kaming lahat dyan. Then all of a sudden, boom, lockdown. Wala na, hindi na natuloy. Ang dami namin mga special. Si Paul Medina will be there, Randy Valiente, no? Sayang. Hopefully matuloy ito, no? Once na tapos na tong pandemic na to. First, Angono Con. Sayang. What else? We also do art exhibits. This is our good mayor, Jerry May Calderon, and together with the artists. So we have there Michael Blanco, Nani Reyes, we have Dino Blanco, and then we have there's Bernard Laca of Angono. Okay. Now, what we did as well, we had art exhibits along the street, no? Ito yung for me, no, isa sa mga major accomplishment ng office, yung tabi-tabi po higanting art fair. Kasi ako naniniwala ako na yung espasyo ng museum medyo elitist, no? Personal opinion ko lang naman. Napapasok ko ng museum, kailangan bayad yung suot mo, kailangan ka magbayad ng mga ticket and everything. So hindi malaki yung epekto sa mga tao talaga. So ginawa namin, inilabas namin. So makita mo dito, ito yung opening mismo no sa kalsada. No, yung mga paintings kasi ganyan ginawa ng mga ninuno namin ng mga 1980s no, nag-exhibit sa plaza. Yan. So ito, in-exhibit namin sa kalsada. Sa tulong ng lahat ng mga art groups sa Angono. Every art group participated. And it's a big achievement for the town of Angono. So, if you notice, ito may mga bata, no? Na yung moment na yung bata nakatingin dun sa painting, naniniwala akong malaki yung epekto nito kasi ganun yung nangyari sa akin eh. When I was a kid, ang una kong nakita diyan yung malaking painting ni Jose Pitok Blanco na nasa loob ng plaza namin or gymnasium, no, basketball court. Tapos, I was so amazed, no? And then eventually, paglaki ko, no? Dala-dala ko yung moment na yun. So, yun yung na-expect din namin or hino-hope namin na sa mga batang to, they would feel the same and eventually continue the tradition of art making. Tapos, pati yung matatanda, ito, bago sila magsimba, sumisilip muna sa mga painting. Kaya nakakataba ng puso no, na hindi na nila kailangan pumunta ng museum sa kalsada pa lang kasi sa likod ng simbahan to eh. So nadadaanan talaga nila yan. 1 week yan. Madaming mga nag-question no, ng motibo, traffic daw and everything. Pero sa tulong naman ng mga PSO and of course ng Office of the Mayor, naging maayos naman yung sistema and good thing hindi umulan. And madami ang nakakita ng artwork na to. So, nakita pa natin dyan, mga bata, isang pamilya sila, no? This is Glenn Blanco, who is actually celebrating his birthday today. So, happy birthday, sir, kung makikinig kayo. Next slide, please. So, also, our advisor, this is Nani Reyes, isa sa mga advisors lang ako. Inauguration of the stained glass windows inside the Manila Cathedral. So, ibang level na yung mga artist namin, no? So, habang buhay, no? O habang buo yung simbahan, nandun yung kanyang gawa. So, ngayon si Nani, yung nakaitim, at of course, si Father Reggie, yung kanyang katabi, nakasamahan ko sa simbahan before sa Angono din with Archbishop Tagle. Ito yung kanyang stained glass. Ayan, nung binebless. So, we are proud of what he did. And hindi lang naman para sa kanya, no? Para sa bayan namin na, taga-Angono yung gumawa niya, di ba? Okay. Okay, next slide. This is Miss Catriona Gray. Nagpunta siya last November. And that's our mayor, Jerry May, and our Mayor Vice Calderon, na ang laki ng ginampanan sa pag-promote ng bayan ng Angono. And ayan, si Miss Catriona Gray, yung partner ng Angono. And this one, ayan, kasama niya yung mga higantes. This place in particular, this is what we call the Lakeside Eco Park. This is a place na kung saan nagpupunta yung madaming mga mangingisda, diyan nila dinadaong yung bangka nila. Sa ngayon, kukunti na lang yung mangingisda, subalit yung place dinevelop bilang isang eco park. So, way back 2017, I think, we did this Bancheto. Next slide. Okay, the Bancheto by the lake. Yan. Kasi yan yung sunset, no? Beautiful sunset. Sabi nga ni Botong Francisco, sabi niya, sa paglubog lang ng araw, maaari mong makita ang lahat ng kulay na posibleng makita ng mga mata. It's a very dramatic moment. The moment the sun touches the horizon, no? Sasabog yung madaming kulay at doon sila kumukuha, no, ng mga kulay na gagamitin nila sa pagpinta. At si Maestro Lucio din, no, malamang nag-i-stay din diyan at yung hampas ng mahinahong alon, no, sa dalampasigan, yung mga ibon, yung hangin, lahat yan nag-inspire sa kanya. So basically, it's the place that created this artist, no, ang daming inspirations. Okay, next slide. This is the Angono Art Center, and we're planning to open it this February. Kaya lang because of the IATF, ang daming mga restrictions pa, hindi muna namin i-open yan. And dyan kami mag-office, no? The ground floor will serve as exhibition room. That's for open to all artists kung gusto nila mag-exhibit dyan. Yung second floor, I believe, for performance art and for music. At yung taas naman, viewing deck. Kasi makikita mo na dyan yung skyline ng Manila. Okay. Let's proceed. So, we also did some seminars. So, makita nyo ang daming tao, no? And this is a seminar by Sir Joey Lopez of FEU. And this is inside the Blanco Museum. And the students are from the University of Rizal system. And he's lecturing on the artistic side of Rizal. Okay, so nag-invite din kami. We have alternative lectures and then this one, mga lectures na nasa loob ng mga museums naman. What else? We also did this one, kung itutuloy na yung fiesta. Sali kayo dito, may mga karera ng mga higante, may eating contest, no, yung office namin yung nagsimula nito, no, na yung mga higante nilang bahagi siya ng fiesta celebration or procession, nagkakarera din sila. You can actually Google, search it in YouTube and makikita ninyo yung mga nakakatawang mga kaganapan na ito. We're doing this for the kids, no? Para paglaki nila, naman nila yung saya ng pagiging bata nila and eventually pagtanda nila, maka-apekto ito, no? Na masayang tumira sa bayan ng Angono and eventually they will do the same. Okay. This one, when may mga walking tours, and I tried giving lectures sa mga students ng URS. Nakatulong yun kasi especially, no, nung nag-tour guide sila and all. So this one in particular, ito yung gusto ko. You know, parang okay, ako muna yung gagawa dito kasi iba yung nagtuturo ko sa loob ng FEU. Okay, mga estudyante yun. And of course, I'm being paid by FEU. This one, when you're doing something na alam mo, okay, hindi ka naman binabayadan and you're doing this kasi gusto mo lang talaga and you're doing this for your town, iba yung feeling. Tapos, yan, kung sino lang gustong sumama, nakita natin si nanay dito, no? Sumama pa talaga. So, mga simple moments like this na talagang pag pinagsama-sama mo, ang sarap sa pakiramdam, lalo na kapag alam mong nakatulong ka doon sa bayan mo. So, that's me again, na walking tour. Sa kahabaan pa din yan ng tour niya, awara-wara. Okay, pinapaliwanag ko yung bawat paintings at yung kwento ni Botong Francisco and of course yung sa bayan ng Angono. These are high school students, no? And maximum of 20 lang kami before. So, pwede ko namang pagsamahin na isang like 50 or what. Kaya lang hindi na magiging intimate, no, yung magiging discussion ko. Kaya ini-schedule ko yan sa umaga, isa sa hapon. And this is for free. Okay, okay, we're almost done. So this one, another goal ng APO is to identify, document, research, preserve, protect, promote. Basically all about education to, no? Ipe-preserve namin. So, one thing in particular, no, yung team namin, si Jomel Saguinsin, si Jay Saguinsin, JJ, si Mark, sila yung mga nagdo-document, no? At itong mga to, natuto na lang sila. Actually, mga artist na din sila, no? At lumabas yung pagiging artist nila sa paggawa ng mga documentary. Yung mga documentaries na yan, nasa Facebook page po ng ako yan. So this one, ini-interview the son of Pepito Villaluz. Ini-interview namin, gumagawa kami ng documentary para mapanood ng mga taga-Angono, no? Yung mga buhay ng mga artist na to. Another one, this one, ayan, hinahanap namin yung lumang simbahan. That's me, yung host. Hinahanap namin yung lumang simbahan at talaga nagpupunta pa kami. And if you would notice, no, maganda yung ilog namin, no? Lalo na ngayon. Isa yan sa mga advocacy ng mayor namin na talagang linisin itong aming ilog. So, what else? That's Mark, that's me doing documentary. Okay, and then another one, this is Deborah Guido Ruiz, a native of Angono, pero nag-stay siya sa Sydney. Yung kanyang father or grandfather, I believe, no, isa sa mga Guido, ay gumawa ng isa sa mga unang movies, I believe, no? And I went there, no, sa Sydney. Hindi to funded ng local government, how I wish. Okay, my wife is a flight attendant, so libre, no, yung pagpunta sa mga ganung places. So, sakto, nandun siya, pinuntahan ko. Sabi ko, one time babalik ako upang hopefully kapag may art center na or museum na, makita lalo ng mga taga-Angono, no, itong mga ginawa ng kanyang lolo. Okay. So, and this is the last, and retrieval of important artifacts, no? Ito yung medyo proud ako dun sa office namin, sa nagawa ng office namin. This is an old painting of Jose Pitok Blanco, 1950s. That's me. So, para lang may makita kayo kung gaano kalaki ng painting. Ito po ay ginamit ng isang wall sa isang school, no? Don Justo Guido. Bahagi na siya ng wall. Actually, yung mga chalk na nga dyan. Tapos, pinuntahan namin, niretreat namin. At nakapagtataka dahil parang okay, hindi ko alam na may ganito pala. No? At kami din nabigla. Nung una nga akala, ito ay gawa ni Botong Francisco, pero this is actually Jose Pito Blanco. Naggawa na kami ng research dyan, may mga nag-testify na, gumawa na kami dyan ng mismong documentation at ito ay nasa kina Michael Blanco na. Okay? Nasa Blanco na to. Pero owned by the local government. Kaya lang nasa kanila para mas lalong maayos at mapangalagaan. Kasi kung makita ninyo, wala na masyadong mga colors kasi nga ginamit lang siya na wall. Now, the other room, okay, we have there, this is actually the painting made by Botong Francisco. It's titled Rizaliana. No? It's titled Rizaliana, and nandun siya, no? Sa taas lang. No? Ito yung blackboard, tapos nandun siya nakalagay. Hindi ko magpapaniwalang kay Botong to kasi if this is a work of Botong Francisco, di ba? Parang okay. Bakit nandyan pa yan? Di ba? Dapat wala na yan. It's Botong. So, kinuwento sa amin nung caretaker na sinabi nga that it is by Botong, kaya lang, this is not the Botong that you would expect na colorful and all. Kasi nga, ilang beses na itong itinapon sa basurahan. Kasi hindi alam nung iba kung ito'y gawa talaga ni Botong. Subalit yung caretaker no, na nag-alaga nito ay alam niya kay Botong. Kaya pag nakikita niya laging nasa basurahan, ginawa niya permanente sa isang room. And then eventually, na-retrieve ng aming office. May documentation and everything. It was featured in a major newspaper. So, rare Botong on Rizal Light discovered in Angono. May mga, may mga nag-question kung kay Botong to kasi nga walang kulay eh. Pero gumawa na kami ng proper documentation ng provenance, no? At pinatunayan talaga na ito ay gawa ni Botong. Subalit na naulanan, hindi masyado ng pangalagaan, kaya ganyan yung kulay. It's all about the story of Rizal from his studies up to his death, no? Kaya papataas siya. Love life niya up to his death. Turo to sa mga tao, sa mga mag-aaral, no? And of course, Angono being part of the Rizal province, dinonate siya ni Botong Francisco sa Angono Elementary School way back in the 1950s. Together with Jose Pitok Blanco and some other artists, no? Yung gawa nila, na-retrieve pa din namin, no? Nasa office namin yan ngayon. And this is our team. That's Mayor Calderon before, siya yung mayor. That's JJ, that's Mark. Sa dulo, that's our advisor Nani. Ito naman ako sa kabila. And we are proud of this Rizaliana. Nakataas na yan, hindi siya ganyan kababa ngayon. No? Nasa executive office yan, executive hall ng local government ng Angono. There's a video, pero I suggest huwag na natin i-play, no? Joel, para at least may time pa tayo for the question and answer. So what are our upcoming projects? We have the publication of the book Nono, 19th Century Masters of Angono by yours truly. Tapos na yung manuscript. That pandemic lang kaya walang hindi matutukan. We have webinar series by next week, Feb 26. If you can attend, please. No? Sa page po namin yan. Ako, nandun yung details. We will do ang Nunu wall, we will do cultural markers, and we will have continuation of the seminars and documentaries. So, yun lang po. Please like our Facebook page, Angono Cultural Heritage Office. Thank you po. Thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Professor Owen. It's wow, ang dami talaga mga ganap sa iyong Cultural Heritage Office. At salamat po sa iyo.
Yung lalagay ko kung ano yung iiwan ko. I don't want it to be a presentation of our achievements, no? Gusto ko lang i-mix kung ano yung mga nagawa namin na at least may variations.
So, I'm actually interested about yung supposedly dapat na mangyari sa dun sa AngonoCon na hindi lang nangyari last year dahil sa pandemic. Ano ba mangyayari dun sa AngonoCon na yun? Sana.
Sana, okay, yung mga kilalang mga artists, no, sa comic world, pupunta doon, tapos magkakaroon sila ng mga booth. Actually, kung ano yung ginagawa nila sa Comic-Con. Okay, ganun din sa Angono. And I think 20 artists, no, yung nag-pledge na pupunta sila. Kasi nga, ang nag-organize nito ay si Ian Velasquez at, kilala si Ian sa mundo ng comics. Kaya pumayag sila. Tapos, nag-decide na kami ng SM, tutuloy ba natin to o hindi, paano ba o hindi. And then, nag-decide na kami na, okay, huwag muna dahil, yun nga, magkakaroon ng lockdown and it would be difficult. Kaya hindi na namin tinuloy. And don't worry, matapos ang pandemic, tuloy-tuloy ang paglikha ng mga projects ng local government, no, about the arts.
Parang hindi yata maganda na well, di naman sa hindi maganda, pero parang mas maganda sana kung hindi simula ng AngonoCon, ng unang AngonoCon, as a virtual event. So I think a lot of people would appreciate it if that first Angonocon should happen uh, on an on-site setting rather than a
Yeah.
virtual one.
Kasi
Mhm.
ang isa din sa mga idea ng office namin is that art should be felt and experienced, no? Yan din ang sinasabi
Right.
ko sa klase ko. Kahit gaano tayo kadaldal dito sa online class, iba pa din yung nasa harap ka ng masterpiece. Iba pa din yung kausap
Yeah.
mo yung artist, no? Iba pa din yung nakikita mo yung painting, naririnig mo yung music ng live. Na hindi ko kayang ituro
Mhm.
online or even in a physical setup na classroom. Kaya talagang ang sinasabi ko sa kanila, feel and find the aura of the artwork. And you can actually feel and see that once you are in front of an authentic one.
That's right. Sa mga naging research work mo, no, especially din sa local history ng Angono, and in particular, it's art history pertaining to the local arts of Angono. I'm just curious, no, when you started your research, or as you went through your research, what can you say about the yung uh, yung amount ng research work or prior research na ginawa para sa bayan na Angono? Naging marami bang naging primary sources, marami ba na isulat tungkol sa bayan ng Angono, and all you have to do is to just enrich it, validate it, or
Yeah.
wala talagang halos naging uh, history, written history ng local history ng bayan? I mean, what was your experience in particular with Angono?
Yeah, actually, okay, it's a good question. No? Madami nang nasulat sa bayan ng Angono, and we have local historians. We have Eugenio Lara, we have Ma'am Ligaya Rubin. No, mga established writers na yung mga yan. Eugenio Lara, siya yung kino-consider ko na talagang isa sa mga unang nagsulat. No? He published hindi pala na-publish to. No? He made a manuscript, readings on the history of Angono. So, parang siya yung Biblia naming mga taga-Angono tungkol sa kasaysayan. And then of course, Ma'am Ligaya Rubin, more on oral history. And may mga nasulat din ng mga Kastila tungkol dyan. So pinag-compile ko lang sila, and then eventually what I did, kung ano yung sa tingin kong medyo wala namang basihan, yung kumukuha ko dun sa mga Kastila na nagsulat na okay, ito yung sinabi. Ito yung sinabi nito, di umano, no? So bineway ko na lang, pero kasi sa paggawa ng kasaysayan ng sining, hindi pwedeng di umano eh. Hindi tayo pwedeng magtago dun sa sinabi ng matatanda, and we should verify it. So kung kulang sa laman, wag nating tanggapin tunay at totoo, no? At madaming ganyan. Madaming ganyan sa aming bayan. The problem is we are afraid to criticize because sinabi ng matanda. Parang hindi mo na ginalang. Pero kasi sa pagsulat ng kasaysayan, regardless ng kung sino yung nagsabi, ang gusto lang naman natin malaman kung kahit paano ano yung totoo. Kasi we owe it to the next generation. So ako, kahit okay, sige, basta I owe it to the people. Bahala sila kung tanggapin nila or hindi, pero I mean no harm. Inilalatag ko lang yung research ko, and ito yung nakita ko, nilalatag ko. Kung sa tingin niyo po tama, then good. Kung sa tingin niyo po nakaka-insulto, then pasensya na, at yan po yung nakita ko. It's not me, it's my research. And yung mga research ko, based on facts, based on written accounts. Kaya yun. Kaya sabi ko, hindi po ako nagsabi. Hinanap ko lang po yan at nilalatag ko sa inyo.
Mm-hmm. At salamat sa iyong mga gawa, dahil mas lalo naging popular at mas lalo naging sikat ang Angono dahil sa mga naging gawa niyo po sa Angono Cultural Heritage Office, and of course in your career as a professor, no?
Yeah,
But
actually,
yes, go
yeah,
ahead.
Joel. Yung Angono kasi talagang sikat na, no? Ang dami ng mga artists yung nagpasikat dito. Nagkataon lang na ayoko namang sabihin na dahil sa office namin, wag naman sana nilang tingnan na gano'n. Basta ako, I'm doing my part, no? As a cultural worker. Hindi kasi ako artist eh. Sa Angono, ang daming artist, kaya talagang ang dami. Pero yung sa larangan ng research, kulang na kulang kami. So, sikat na yung Angono, bago pa meet niya ako, ang ginagawa na lang namin is tinutulak pa siya para mas lalong sumikat. So, hindi lang yung opisina namin, no? Madaming mga agencies at yung mga artists katuwang namin sa angat sa Angono bilang bayan ng sining.
Pero ikaw kasi yung yung parang go-to person ng mga tao pagdating sa Angono Alam mo 'yon? Ikaw yung pinaka-visible. So, as the main visible personality known to to promote Angono's local arts and culture, siguro so pwede na rin nating i-mention na rin yung pamilya Blanco, no? But you know, you have been a lot more visible everywhere. But as the main visible personality, what are the particular challenges that you've encountered in your work that affects you the most? Do you feel sometimes na parang you're just alone in doing this work, popularizing Angono?
Not actually about the idea of popularizing Angono. Yung feeling na parang I don't have the right to question what was written about our town. Kasi una, I'm not an artist. Second, wala akong na-publish. But of course, matapang ako dahil ito yung nasulat before Ito yung mga research before. Nagkataon lang yun na yung mga nagsulat before, hindi siya nakita. Nagkataon ako yung nakakita. Then nilalatag ko lang sa mga sa academe and ngayon nga sa office namin, no, itong mga sinabi ko kanina. And I think some people lang parang ayaw tanggapin na mababago yung napaniwalaan nila. And minsan kasi mahirap tanggapin yung katotohanan Pero at least ngayon, no, may mga tao na kahit pa paano open sa ganyan. Kasi yung iba, ang sinasabi nila, bahagi ng oral history yan, huwag mong isang tabi yan. Yeah, it's part of oral history, pero it's not that old, no? For us not to know the history or to verify the facts. Isang katamadan ang tanggapin lamang kung ano yung nasulat before. As a researcher, hindi ka dapat ganun, no? Kung tatanggapin mo lang lahat, wala ka na ding ibinahaging kahit pa paano katotohanan, di ba? So ako, ginawa ko, finilter ko na lang, and may mga ibang nag-react, pero, basta sulat lang, research lang, and para sa bayan naman to. At sinasabi ko nga, hindi naman sa akin to. It's for the town of Angono.
All right. Alam mo, maraming mga marami ng mga nagtatanong sa ating Facebook
actually hindi ko kayo nakikita.
Live video. hindi mo siya makikita kasi nasa cellphone ka. Pero okay. I'm going to show the questions on the screen, and I will show it right now. Maraming tanong na, and this has been interesting because a lot of people are very interested. It just goes to show na talagang people wanted to know more about Angono. There is a question. Ito, actually gusto ko rin to itanong sa'yo, Sir Owen. This a question by Ferdinand Pagao. The point of clarification lang siguro. Angono Petroglyphs landmark is shared geographically by the municipalities of Angono and Binangonan, or is it just Angono only?
It's actually part of Binangonan. It's part of Binangonan, kaya lang it was discovered by Botong Francisco. Kasi nasa hilly portion siya ng Angono going to Antipolo. Back in the day, yan yung daan ni Botong kasama yung kanyang mga Rover Scouts going to Antipolo. Tapos nakikita niya. And then tinawag niya yung kanyang kaibigan na si Galo Ocampo, si Galo Ocampo na director ng National Museum before. So parang wala naman kasing idea na ito'y bahagi talaga ng Binangonan. And then eventually, naging sikat siya, nagkaroon ng mga meeting before, dapat daw Binangonan Petroglyphs kasi the part of the place is located in Binangonan. And then sabi ng mayor namin, ni Mayor Jerry, okay, para walang problema, gawin natin Angono Binangonan. Angono dahil si Botong yung naka-discover, Binangonan dahil nasa Binangonan. Pero, sinasabi naman namin, okay, kung sa Binangonan yan, bakit sa Angono lumabas yung pagiging mga artist? Bakit kami nakapag-produce? So, mga maliliit na bragging rights. Pero, we're good with the local government of Binangonan. Pero I have to say it, no? Kasi yun yung sinasabi ng mga taga-amin na kung sa Binangonan yan, bakit wala silang national artist? Ba't may dalawa tayo? Mga simpleng banat na gano'n. But of course, natutulong yung dalawang local government na yan upang ma-promote, lalo not only Angono, but the province of Rizal in particular.
So it really boils down to the bragging rights. Who actually has the right to brag that the petroglyphs.
Kasi yung Binangonan,
I don't think the petroglyphs would be called.
No, hindi siya tatawagin Binangonan.
Yeah, because I don't think it will be called Binangonan Petroglyphs.
Angono Binangonan Petroglyphs.
Anyway, another question. Yeah. Another question by Ms. Cecil Francisco. Good evening, Sir Owen. Yung book ninyo, okay, does your book, your upcoming book, also have a section on the history of Angono, how the town was founded in its first settlers before focusing on art history? Thank you. Looking forward to its publication. Maybe you could tell us about, what will be the contents of your book.
Okay. The content of my book. Wait lang. Sorry. Go ahead. The content of my book, wala ka nakikita na. Alright. This is Awa, tutulog na. So the content of my book, it's all about the 19th century masters of Angono. So we have Juan Senson, Pedro Piñon, and then of course Moises Villaluz. It's a history of Angono, art history of Angono before Botong Francisco. So nandun lahat nung research ko about Angono being a creative town even before Botong Francisco, and I was able to document more or less 100 artworks. Imagine, 100 artworks. Yung iba nasa lata, yung iba nakatago na lang sa bodega. And up to this day, hindi ko alam kung paano ko na-discover yung mga yon. Nakuha na ko ng pictures, no? And ayun, yun yung nandun ngayon sa Vibal. And hopefully, kausap ko si Vival, si Sir Gus. Hopefully, this year, actually dapat last year, kaya lang pandemic. I'm done with the manuscript po. And may cover na nga yung book eh. Ang kulang na lang yung editing.
Yeah, editing na lang. So you're almost there, and the book is about to be published. So we're really looking forward to this. Another question coming from Miss Vanessa de Guzman Afable. Was the music piece Fence Around the House of Sir Lucio San Pedro included in your art preservation project, and who made it? I think the mention.
Okay, it's actually a very sensitive topic. Na pakisabi kay ma'am na i-add ako sa Facebook and kasi it's a very sensitive topic na I would rather not answer. Pero I can answer her, pero off the record siguro kasi
all right.
Yeah, I believe may mga legal issues yung bahay ni Maestro Lucio, and it's unfortunate na walang taga-ayos. Gustuhin man namin, kaya lang may mga legal issues kasi. Wala pa kami nakakausap dun sa member ng family. At kasi yung kay Botong naayos namin 'yan. At dating sira-sira yon sa tulong ng local government, Peter Natividad, kasama namin yung mga 'yan. Naayos namin yung bahay. Itong bahay namin naayos kasi may mga legal issues Hindi ko i-divulge dito sa ating webinar.
I understand. So sabi niya, okay, sponsor, I add ko po kayo. So yeah, she will message you. Okay.
Alright, thank you.
Now, Uy, that was the first. I mean, someone joining us on one of our webinars, yung anak niyo po. Nakakatuwa lang makita. Ano pangalan po niya?
Ava, that's Ava.
Ava.
Oo.
Ayun.
Gustong pumasok kanina pa. At ayun.
Nako, hindi niya alam na nag-webinar po kayo ngayon. Okay, meron po tayong isang kasama ngayon sa ating video conference, and she wants to ask you personally via video conference, and her name is Katrina Isabella, what the full name is, I guess? Katrina Isabella Almadin. Hello, Mrs. Katrina, how are you? Kumusta po kayo?
Hello po. Ayos lang po. Hi, sir.
Hi, Katrina.
Taga saan po kayo?
Paranaque po.
Taga saan po kayo, Ma'am Katrina?
Paranaque po.
Hello?
Hello po.
Paranaque. Okay. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsali sa PAMANA Talks. Ano pong katanungan ninyo para kay Professor Owen Saguinsin?
Hi, sir. Tatanong ko po kasi. Hi, sir. Kanina po nakita natin na pinopromote natin na pumunta yung mga tao sa mga museums, na meron po kayong mga art tours, and dinadala niyo yung mga artists, yung mga artworks nila sa mga streets. Ngayon po kasi, di ba po, may pandemic, so everything is practically run through technology and internet.
Yeah.
Marami rin po mga artists and mga art institutions na nagpo-post na nung mismong mga artworks nila sa internet, like sa Instagram, kahit yung sa NCCA din po. Gusto ko pong malaman kung paano po kaya makaka-impact yun after this COVID, wala nang lockdown, pag nagbukas na po yung mga museums, na makikita na lahat sa internet, parang mas madali po kasi nilalabas ng bahay. Paano po kaya makaka-apekto yun pag nagbukas na yung mga museum?
Ako personally, thank you, Katrina. Katrina was my former student, and talagang, I think she's into psychology, pero during our class that time, she's very much into arts, and up to this day, nakikita ko sa kanya yung pagpupursige sa arts, at gusto ko nga lumipat siya ng art studies, kaya lang walang art studies FEU. That's a very good question. For me, sa tingin ko, kasi with Instagram, with social media, like 5 seconds 5 seconds. Nakita mong ganyan, slide up, up, up. You're not really appreciating it. Whereas when you go inside the museum, talagang nandun ka. Nakita mo, na-appreciate mo, and may effort kang magpunta with Instagram or kung anumang mga Facebook page yan. You have no choice lang. Inopen mo lang, may access ka, madali. Good yan, kasi makikita mo na yung mga works. Pero for you, if you want to appreciate the work itself, social media, this is not the place para ma-appreciate mo yung mga artworks talaga. You have to leave the online setup. Kailangan pumunta ka ng mga museums. Pero dahil pandemic, at least, magkakaroon ka ng moment, pagkakataon upang mapuntahan tong mga museums na to using social media. That's good, during pandemic. Pero hopefully after this, wag nating appreciate yung artwork looking at our cell phones. Paano kapag pangit yung resolution ng cellphone mo, kawawa naman yung artwork, diba? So you have to visit museums talaga, galleries, and these galleries, madami sa mga malls niyan. That's it. You have to go. Pero ngayon, we have to, sabi nga, play with the cards that we are dealt with. And yeah, pandemic ngayon, we have social media, yun yung gamitin natin.
Okay. Well, maraming salamat, Katrina, for your question. And I hope Professor Owen had answered your question. So, yun.
Thank you, Katrina.
Anyway, meron pang isang katanungan po galing sa ating audience ngayon. His pangalan niya is Eugene Vasco. I'm pretty interested about this one because I did the research about Juan Senson. To a
Eugene.
certain extent. Oo. Maaari
From
bang
UP?
malaman kung I think so. Maaari bang malaman kung paano ang pag-iingat sa mga likha ni Juan Senson na nakapinta sa lata?
Eugene Evasco? Is
Yes,
that right?
Eugene Vasco. Yes.
Yeah. I think naging professor ko si sir sa UP. I don't know. But, okay. Sige. The question is, paano yung pag-alaga sa lata? Sir, number one, what we did, no? Una, ang concern kasi dito, sir, the works of Juan Senson or Tandang Juancho, it is situated in a religious setup. They are not seen as artworks. They are seen as religious images. Na kung saan ito hinahawakan ng panyo, dinadasalan, may insenso and everything. Yung mga religious works ni Senson, that's the value of Senson, religious value. Yung setup ko, sir, is more on the artistic value, no? Sinabi ko sa kanila, yung artist, ganito, ganyan. So, hindi na lang siya basta religious artwork, meron na siyang ibang value. Although, hindi ko sinasadya. Pero dahil nag-research ako, nalaman nila yung another value nito, and that's the commercial value of it. So, nung inilist na siya doon sa religious setup na yun, yung iba, pumayag. Tatakpan siya ng dyaryo, may ginawa si Peter eh. And then bubble wrap, tapos may wash paper, and then nasa loob na ng simbahan, yung mga nakuha namin iba, nakatago siya sa kumbento, may dehumidifier and all. Pero yung iba, na ayaw alisin ito doon sa religious, no, environment, napakahirap po, no, lalo na sasabihin mo na dapat ingatan natin to kasi ito ay para sa mga susunod na henerasyon. Hindi, pamana sa amin yan, ganito yan. Pinupunasan namin ng basahan yan and everything na medyo ang hirap sabihin na hindi po dapat ganoon. Pero yung iba, napapaliwanagan naman namin kung paano yung pangangalaga at yung iba, gumawa sila ng replika. So yung mga luma nakatago, yung mga replika na lang yung ginagamit. So ganun po yung kahit paano nagawa namin. Pero in terms of restoration, mahirap sir kasi una lata, and lata is not absorbent. Tapos yung mga pigments nito nasa tisa, so nagpipeel off na talaga. And kasi yung canvas that time is quite expensive, no? Especially nung mga early 1900s. And yung lata, yung yero, no, yun lang yung available and cheap. Kaya yung kay Pedro Pinion kanina, nasa lata yun. Ayun. Yun po, medyo dilemma din namin kasi ang hirap talaga, no? Iba yung setup.
I think that's also the same challenge and the same dilemma that San Sebastian Basilica is also having because there's a lot of artworks that are painted in steel sa loob ng simbahan sa San Sebastian sa Quiapo.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is really a challenge to conserve artworks painted on metal in particular. Gius actually has a question as well. What's
Yes,
your
sir.
question, Gius?
Ano lang siya in general, not particularly about Angono. Kasi nabanggit kanina, di ba, yung sinabi ni Rufa, ano kung sa movie yun, yung saan ba yung Angono, may Starbucks pa doon. Oo. Kasi di ba, sir, karamihan sa atin, may notion tayo na ang progress about new buildings, about new commercial establishments, ganyan. So bilang nakita naman natin yung kung paano yung art scene, di ba, sa Angono, sobrang nagtathrive. And so my question is, as an art professor po, paano pa natin mas mai-instill sa mga tao na ang progress, hindi lang siya about new buildings, hindi lang siya about new establishments, yung pagsasabuhay ng kultura at yung pagpapayaman ng sining is also part of progress.
Totoo. Yung unang project ko sa mga estudyante ko ngayon, no, getting to know your local culture. Talagang pinag-research ko sila, pinapagawa ko ng video, pinag-i-interview ko ng mga tao. Tapos ang lagi nilang tanong sa akin, ano yung meron sa amin, no? Bakit ano yung maganda sa amin, sir? Yun nga yung dilemma dun eh. Hindi mo nakikita yung ganda ng sarili, no? Na yung tagalabas pa yung makakakita nito. Like sa Angono, yung mga turistang naglalakad dito sa Barrelief, sasabihin ng ibang nandun, yung mga tricycle drivers, no? Ano meron dyan? Bakit tinitingnan nila? So what we did, itong mga tricycle drivers nito, tinuruan namin no, na mag-tour guide. So nakinabang na din sila kasi sila yung nagtuturo sa mga dumarating na mga turista, usually mga students ko, pinapaliwanag nila yun. No? At na-amaze din sila na ganito pala yung bayan namin. So I think it's more of talagang knowing your local culture. That's the first. Kasi hindi mo may pagmamalaki yung bayan mo kung malabnaw yung pagkakaalam mo dito. So kailangan na sa tulong ng local government, sa tulong ng academic institutions, palalimin pa yung pag-alam natin sa ating sariling kultura, and it will start with our own town. Doon muna no kung saan ka nakaugat, no? Huwag mo munang tingnan yung mas malaking Pilipinas. Although pwede niyong sabihin na magiging regionalistic to, pero doon muna, and then eventually tsaka natin palakihin. At hopefully mas makagawa tayo ng mas makulay na national identity kung ganun yung gagawin natin.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Owen. I have another question, and this is a very interesting one. Actually, this is also my question supposedly for you, but I would like to bring this up na lang from one of our viewers. His name is Sayan Quatrona. He asked, "Hi, Sir Owen. You told us about how you started or founded the art. Oh, sorry. You told us about how you started and founded the Art and Heritage Office in Angono and how you sustained it till today. Any advice to anyone here planning the same, starting an office, advocating promotion and preservation of art and heritage in their own town? Anong advice niyo po para sa mga manonood na may plano din on their LGUs, on their communities?"
Yeah. Okay, number one, dapat walang politika. What do I mean by that? When I started teaching in FEU, course no FEU yan. Yung mayor namin, si Mayor Jerry. Bago siya, may ibang mayor na I was working no dun kay Mayor Au as a tourism officer or consultant na din. And then ito nga nung nagkausap kami ni Mayor Jerry, walang kulay ng politika. Sabi niya, Owen, sige, go. Kung alam mo, sige, go ahead, pagtayo ka, susuportahan ka namin. Dapat may initiative, hindi lang ng ikaw, pati yung nandun sa local government, no? Okay na gusto kong magtayo, gusto kong gawin to ganyan. Pero kung walang support ng nasa taas, it will not work. Second, kailangan mo talaga dito ng right people. Hindi mo kailangan ng madaming tao. Kailangan mo lang ng right people. Ilan lang yung tao namin? 4, no? And then, basta may isang goal kayo, kailangan maging, ano ba yung nakikita ninyo sa bayan ninyo? Kunin nyo yun, no? Pagsama-samahin nyo. Sabi nga yung sa apelyido ko, no? It's a very old Tagalog word. Ang ibig palang sabihin yan pagsama-samahin, no? Pagkumpunihin, saginsinin. So parang gano'n, no? Saginsinin ninyo yung kung ano man yung nalalaman nyo sa bayan ninyo. And eventually, create that identity. Start from there. And yan, kusa nang lalabas sa inyo yan. Hindi nyo kailangan mag-isip muna ng mga projects. Nung nag-start kami dyan, si Nani, kami, wala kaming inisip ng mga projects. Okay, ang inisip lang namin, itayo natin to, tapos tingnan natin kung ano yung magagawa natin. And then eventually nag-start na. Dami na namin nagawa. Hindi lang yung office namin, by the way. Madami ding mga groups sa Angono na nagpo-promote dyan. Kaya lang, ang naiba lang siguro sa amin, hindi kami artist. Ako pala, hindi ako artist. Sa Angono, ang daming mga artists. So, more on their paintings. Ako, more on Angono. Ayun.
Mm-hmm. Well, tama na naman. Una, dapat wag haluan sa politika. Second, work with the right people. And finally, trust in the process, I guess. That's,
yes. No, that's right.
Trust in the process. So, maraming salamat, Sir Owen. It's been a very wonderful time tonight having you on our PAMANA Talks. And ang dami po natutunan na naman ng ating mga manonood ngayon. And Oo, kaya para po sa ating mga nanonood po ngayon at mga naka-register po sa ating PAMANA Talks ngayong gabi, please make sure that you fill out our evaluation form para po sa mga nag-register po yan. Hello! Hi! Hi Ava, kamusta? Ayan. So, para po sa mga nag-register po sa ating PAMANA Talks, please make sure that you fill out the evaluation form. We are now posting the link on the live stream. Okay, please make sure that you fill that out, and we're also going to post that same on the GKI Pamana Facebook, GKI Pamana Community Facebook page.
Joel.
Yes.
My dad is watching from Italy. So first time niya ako marinig na mag-lecture ng ganito. And that's good, Dad.
Hello po sa inyo, Mr. Saguinsin. Magandang hapon po sa inyo dyan sa Italy. Ayan. So, sabi po ni Sir Lito Ligon, very educational. Thank you po. Mr. Sayan Quatrona, thanks Sir Owen. My buhi is somewhat my little Angono. He's from Buhi, Camarines Sur, by the way. Ayan.
Nice.
My buhi is somewhat my little Angono. Hello there.
Wala yata ako. Nawala yata si Joel. Joel?
Nawala siya. Baka nagka-problema lang sa...
Nagka-problema, alright. So, Gius, I think ikaw na yung mag-take over?
No, I'm back.
Joel, there you go. Alright.
I'm sorry. I hate our internet here, so I'm sorry about that. But again, thank you sa mga nanonood po sa atin yan. Jahara Abellera Sulaiman watching from Mindanao. Ayan. And sino pa ba mga nanonood po sa atin? Ayun. Someone, brilliant talk. Glad to know that proper research are being done in the local history. And good evening to all watching from Tuguegarao City. So again, maraming salamat po sa lahat po mga nanonood po sa atin ngayon. And we would like to remind every one of you to please join us again on our upcoming, on our next PAMANA Talks. Next Friday, we will be having Ms. Tanya Lopez, the Executive Director of the Negros Museum. She will be joining us all the way from Bacolod City this coming February 26 at 6:30 p.m. Her talk is about Arte Negrense, the Negros Museum as hub of local arts. So please don't forget to like us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Grupo Kalinangan. You can also register on our website at grupokalinangan.org/MEP_CAT/webinars. Or you can just go to our website, grupokalinangan.org. There is a link there to just register to this upcoming webinar. And we'll still continue our celebrations of the National Arts Month with Ms. Tanya Lopez, of course, next week. And yun po. And we're very happy to, of course, continue having this conversation. So again, maraming salamat, Professor Owen. And salamat po sa ating mga...
Yeah. Before we answer yung higanting ayuda.
Yes. Gius, ano yun?
Yung higanting ayuda.
I wasn't able to mention that. No? Recently, nung ayun, nagkaroon ng pandemic, our office proposed for the cash assistance no sa mga deserving artists ng Angono. Yun yung higanting ayuda. Oh, sorry, I wasn't able to mention that earlier. Yeah, the higanting ayuda. Yeah.
So, ayun, para po sa mga artists who need financial assistance, especially at this most challenging time right now, ang Angono Cultural Heritage Office ay may programang Higanting Ayuda. So, kindly go to the Angono Cultural Heritage Office Facebook page to know more about that financial assistance program. I would like to leave everyone with a quote, this time by a favorite painter of mine, one of the most famous Spanish artists in modern history. His name is Pablo Picasso, a Spanish cubist painter, sculptor, printmaker, and a theater designer. And he said, every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. And maraming salamat po ulit. And I would like to also thank everyone, especially our partners, ang Angono Cultural Heritage Office at sa mga kasama po naming mga iba't ibang mga partner institutions and different Facebook pages na nagpa-promote po sa aming PAMANA Talks. Magkakaroon pa po kami ng isa pang PAMANA Talks next week to celebrate National Arts Month this month of February. And again, please, lahat po na mga nag-register sa ating PAMANA Talks ngayong gabi, please don't forget to fill out the evaluation form in order for you to get your e-certificate of participation. Ayan, para po hindi po kayo nagtatanong kung saan niyo po makukuha ang e-certificate. We're going to post it on our link on the Facebook group and also on this group chat. Meron po kami gusto ipakita sa inyo. Yes, Sir Owen.
Bago ko malimutan, no, I was wondering din kasi bakit i-share ko lang na bakit hindi naman ako artist pero I am into the arts. Ngayon ko lang actually na-realize ko na before, my mom is a good artist, no? Doon ko pala nakuha sa kanya. My mom, Wendy, magaling na artist, painter. Yun. Pero ako hindi ako artist. Siguro dumadali lang sa dugo. Yun lang, I just have to say it.
I guess it really is pag talagang taga-Angono ka, dumadaloy talaga sa dugo ng mga taga-Angono.
Nasa dugo, nasa hangin na nga eh.
Nasa hangin na. And with that, we would like to share a video about the Angono Cultural Heritage Office. And hanggang sa susunod po na PAMANA Talks, magandang gabi po muli sa inyong lahat. And we'll see you again next week.
Thank you.
Tinumumpa. Uli master kebutan. Tinumumpa. Uli master kebutan. Hindi naman magtanong ko kanina pag isa lang master sa ako si Botong. Tapos ginagawa nila yung plywood, nakahandaan na. Pero wala pa ginagawa si Botong. Sabi ni Pitok, yung sabihin ng mga teacher kay Botong na bukas, bibisitahin. Sabi ni Pitok, ginawa daw, overnight. Tapos daw. Kaya nung mag-visit na nakita, yun ang sabi ng